Kaelin, Patterson, Midwest Muscle, P for P, Real Talk in the house that Mike Superhuman Newman built, fit by the U. And I'm here with the promoter of the INBA Natural North American and the INBA Illinois State. And this is Doug Randolph. This man has been challenged to basically keep Chicago alive, keep it open for natural competition, and so far so good. Doug, introduce yourself and give a short bio.
Thanks for having me, by the way. My name is Doug Randolph. I've been in the industry, still a newbie, but since 2012 was my first show. I got into the industry, kind of a story that bears repeating, and it was 2011. My dad passed away in June, and around September, October, I used to work out at Studio Fitness. Dave Yates owned that. And there was a fat loss contest. I used to be plump. And Jen, his wife, was teaching a class, and she asked me if I'd ever done a bodybuilding show, and I said no. She says, well, you should think about it. Come to our show. And I went to the Great Lakes that year, which was 2011, end of October. And October 31st, I'll never forget it. I was looking through my old emails, and one of the emails. Are you serious? I was at work. I was looking through one of my emails, and I ran across one of my dad's emails, and it was something about congratulating me for something at work. And the last line of the email said, "You have the ability to do anything you put your mind to." And I printed that out. I laminated the sheet. I highlighted the line, and I said, "I'm doing that." And almost 6 months to the date, I competed in the Mr. Illinois Dave Yates put on. I got second. I lost to Anthony Prignano. And 2013 is when I really started. I got in with Cliff Wilson, which I owe a lot of it to Mike. A lot of my mark on the industry I owe to Mike. He got me in with Cliff, and he also got me promoting with Denny and Diana. And I ended up in 2015 winning the overall at the Heart of America, thanks to Cliff. He was actually lucky. I was lucky enough to have him there with me at the show. Wow. And then a month later, I competed in the Chi-Town, which actually you were there too, and I got second there, and looking on getting at stage next year.
There we go. Now, being a promoter, like you said, that passion stems from everything you've done, and now you found another passion, which is promoting the Natural North American and the Natural Illinois State, both good shows in this area, in the Chicago area. So it's a little bit easier to get better competition and top competitors. What are you offering at these shows that would bring them in?
I mean, one of the biggest is both shows are a qualifier for the Natural Olympia. The awards are the best. It's actually a great venue. I don't know if you are familiar with Layton High School, if you've ever been to the shows. It's very similar to the high school here in Bradley, where they've got that theater style where you get on stage and you can't even see the crowd. To me, that's one of the most important things. I'm really shy when I get up there and I'm standing on stage, but when those lights come on and you can't see the crowd, I mean, that's what really gets me amped up. And after the first time I competed at that high school, I was very, very shy getting up and talking in front of people. And the second I stepped on the stage, it went away. I can get up in front of 500 people now and talk like it's no thing. And that stadium, that theater there has that.
It's like a stadium.
It's very, very nice. As far as everything else, both are pro-ams. You could get your pro card at the Illinois State, move on to the North American. Either one of those shows, and you qualify for the Olympia. And we both know the Olympia has the highest payouts in natural bodybuilding. Both very good shows. That's really all I got.
Yeah. Now, we have some people that are quite familiar with the Midwest. The Midwest is quite familiar with, I should say. And one of those fellas is Chris Wells. And, Chris, hats off to you for what you did at the Natural O last year, because honestly, you were the only American that placed in the top 5. So anybody that's going to be competing at Doug's shows, please bring your best and plan to bring better after that because we got to represent a little bit better at the American. And one of the guys that was at the Natural O also is the owner of this gym, Mike Superhuman Newman. And I'm going to bring him in. Mike, if you could come in, please. And, you know, you saw the Natural O firsthand, and a lot of that, what was going on, like you said, there was a lot of representation from the states, but Chris Wells pretty much was the only one that could hang his hat on a position in there. So what do you think the people that they come to the North American and the Illinois State have to bring to actually win, but then not just win, but actually project even better going to a show like the Natural O?
That's a good question, yeah, because the